Welcome to BagTalk Tv. I'm your host, Johnny Felder, and I'm with
Sullivan Hooper.
Alright, so last time we left off, we talked about the college schedule, but I want to switch gears a little bit about the Heisman race and how you're feeling about it. So tell me your thoughts about the Heisman race.
Personally, I think Cam Ward took a big hit after losing to Georgia Tech. It seems like to me, from what I've seen, a lot of people have Travis Hunter as the front runner. I'm still hanging on to Ashton Jeanty. I think he had over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. So that's my guy still. It'll be interesting to see how Cam Ward shakes up in the mix as the season goes.
I feel like Travis Hunter has gotten the spot pretty much in the front just because of Miami losing to Georgia Tech, and we just had talked about it not too long ago.
Yeah, we did.
Saying that they cannot lose to Georgia Tech again because it will take a huge hit on them, especially this late in the season in the playoff run. But I don't think it will affect them bad, but it'll affect them just because of so much at stake. And then not only that, Cam Ward's Heisman rating is pretty much going down like that. And that's why I feel like Travis got the front runner right now.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, Ashton Jeanty, right? No one else really in the mix.
Yeah, and then also another game that really surprised me over the weekend was BYU and Utah.
Yeah.
That ending was just so crazy, and honestly, Utah should have won.
Yeah, Utah should have won, man. BYU got away at the end there, but that saved their season, I think.
Yeah, just that last minute game in the last minutes was just so crazy to me, and they escaped so easily.
Yeah.
So
hold on, another game that surprised me, Georgia Ole Miss. I thought Georgia was clearly going to win that game, and they got dominated.
Yeah, so I was watching the whole game, and just pretty much Carson Beck really just had looked sluggish, just feeling like he didn't want to be there pretty much. I seen on social media where he's just laughing on the sideline with other teammates and stuff, and just pretty much not really concerned with the game so far. But they're getting beat badly on the offensive side, and then the defensive side is just getting toasted.
Yeah, and then I got embarrassed again by LSU. They lost badly to Bama.
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming.
I seen it coming. I literally was watching the game, and I literally had LSU for everything, honestly. So I really had them just, just going up there and defending their home turf, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I was shocked to see them lose that badly, but Bama seems like they might be turning the corner. We got some decent games this week. Got some decent games.
So let's go over them.
Okay, first, my Gamecocks, they got ranked at 21. They have kind of an outside chance to make the playoffs. They need a lot to happen. That's why some of these games are important. Teams like Colorado are ahead of them at 17, and they're playing at home against a Utah team who's pretty pissed off after a game they should have won against BYU.
Right. Honestly, so for those two games, I got Carolina winning that. No diss to Missouri, but Carolina's defense and then its offense is really flowing right now, and I feel like they're going to take that same energy and just continue to use that going forward pretty much to the end of the season just to see if they can make that playoff push. But either way it goes, they know that they have a good season. They know that they have a whole lot to look back on. And then for the Colorado and Utah game, I feel like Colorado's going to defend their home turf against the UTs, and the UTs ain't going to bounce back.
Yeah, Utah's been kind of a disappointment once again this year. Sitting at 4-5, I agree. I think Colorado should win that game, but you never know, as we saw this past week.
Right.
If you're South Carolina, you need teams like Clemson, who's at 20 to lose. They're playing Pitt.
For that game, I believe Clemson can pull off the upset. I feel like they can.
You think Pitt can or Clemson can?
I think Clemson can pull it off.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So Clemson at 20, just one spot ahead of South Carolina. Yeah, and then we got teams like SMU, At 14, they're playing Boston College. If somehow they slip up, that could be huge too.
I feel like Boston College can make an upset. The reason why I say that is because their quarterback play has been so tremendous this season. Thomas Castellanos has really just pulled the team together and just really just took it over. He's literally the field general for them, that gunslinger, you know.
Dude, I think he's great. And I don't know if you saw this, but they've actually moved on from him, and they're starting someone else this week. And he's Castellanos, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
He stepped away from the team for a couple of days. I don't know what they have going on there because I think he's a baller. But look into that. That's something that I don't quite understand.
Right.
But number 16, Kansas State, they're playing 7-2 Arizona State. If you're South Carolina, that's the game you're looking at, hoping Kansas State loses.
I feel like, honestly, they should be looking at that game, but honestly, I feel like Kansas State can take that. Avery Johnson, their whole offense just really just amazed me. Like, I like how they play ball. Ever since they played against Colorado, I just really like how they pulled it together. 2-minute offense, boom, straight like that.
Yeah, they're a good team. Moving on, we got teams like Georgia, Tennessee. Georgia's at 7-2. If they lose, you're looking at who does the committee like there? South Carolina, Georgia, both 3 losses. You got Washington State, number 18th in the country. They're playing New Mexico. Those are teams that you're looking at as well.
So for Georgia and Tennessee, I feel like Tennessee's going to pull that upset against Georgia once again, just because of how Georgia's been playing ball recently, and honestly, like they don't look like they want to be in season for real.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the game of the week. Tennessee, Georgia. Georgia's at number 12 in the country at home. They basically need to win to stay in playoff conversation. I think they've really taken a step back this year. I think it just shows the depth that the SEC has, though.
Right, and then another game that you mentioned was Washington State and
New Mexico.
Washington State is
Yeah.
going to win that. Just their air raid offense is just something to look at for real. But if I was South Carolina, I'd be watching those games too, because like you said, you don't know who the committee could choose or who they could like.
Yeah, and based off these episodes we've had, we haven't been right about every game. There's been an upset here or there, just about every week. So South Carolina, you win, you're at 21. You think you might can jump Clemson and Louisville, who's at 19. That puts you at 19 or 18, and then maybe one upset can take you up to 15 or 16 or 17.
You feel me?
With 2 games left, that would be huge. That would be huge for South Carolina.
Yeah, like I honestly feel like they can slip in, but like it would just be like one of those things like that the committee really likes them. So they're really just gonna have to pull together at the end of the season and just really just win out all their games, because that's what the committee is looking for, to see if they can win off their games and then pretty much just can finish the fourth quarter as a team, and we've seen it numerous times.
Yeah, one great sign for South Carolina is the fact that they put the Gamecocks ahead of LSU, even though we lost to LSU. And I saw something on X today that was they asked the committee why they did that, and they just said that they think since that game, South Carolina is a different football team, and they think both teams are going in 2 different directions, and that's why they put South Carolina ahead of LSU. But anyways, lastly here, got a fun little question for you. We still got a ways to go in this season, but right now, who would be your prediction to win the national championship?
Ooh. Truth be told, like, I feel like I gotta choose a dark horse. Indiana.
Indiana. That's your team. You think is gonna win it all?
I feel like they can win it all, just because the way that they've been playing games this year, really as a whole, really just makes you smile just to look at football. But I feel like Indiana can win it all.
Right now, Indiana is slated to play Alabama in the first round. You got teams like Boise State in it, Penn State, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Miami, Oregon, BYU, and Texas. To me, I'm looking at a Boise State to be my dark horse. I don't know if they can do it, but they're my dark horse. If they get in, watch out, because Ashton Genty's my guy. But as a team right now in the playoffs, it'd be hard not to go with Oregon. But as an SEC homer, I'm thinking if Bama gets in, they have a chance to run the table for sure.
Well, most definitely. Well, that's it for this episode.